Hello, church family. Welcome to day 28 of God's Great Hope, 30 Days of Prayer. And we're looking at Nehemiah chapter 4, verses 6 through 9, which says, "So we built the wall to half its height. The people had a mind to work. Now Sanballat, Tobiah, the Arabs, became very angry and conspired to attack and create confusion. Nevertheless, we made our prayer to our God and set a watch against them day and night." Day 28's title of the devotion is Restoration and Revival Bring Opposition. During the evangelical awakening that began in England during the mid to late 1730s, George Whitefield was having large crowds attend his meetings. With this success came opposition from laity and clergy. On one occasion, the table he was supposed to stand and preach on was destroyed before he arrived. People would throw objects at Whitefield, such as rotten vegetables, fruit, stones, and even dead animals. He was attacked at times with scissors, pistols, canes, and other objects. Clergy often opposed his open-air preaching and his call to immediate salvation with pamphlets, sermons, declarations. Yet Whitefield remained faithful, prayed, and continued to preach with fire toward winning souls. God answered Nehemiah's God-sized prayer for favor to return to rebuild Jerusalem. King Artaxerxes not only released him, but also blessed his travels and with letters of free passage along the way. When Nehemiah arrived in Jerusalem, he went straight to work, getting a feel for the lay of the land, rallying the people around the mission, and moving forward with the arduous task of rebuilding the walls and gates. As the people worked together with great resolve and had a mind to work, the wall was soon joined together up to half its height. At that time, opposition to the work from outside enemies began to heat up as Sanballat, Tobiah, the Arabs, and others became very angry. As their anger raged, they all conspired together and made plans to attack and try to create confusion in Jerusalem. Nehemiah responded to this threat with a threefold plan. First, Nehemiah led the people to pray to their God. The use and form of this word pictures a humble servant falling prostrate on the ground before God in deep or desperate, intense, and confident prayer. Nehemiah knew that God had led him to rebuild the walls. He also knew that it would be God who would bring the project to completion. Second, he devised a plan that allowed the people to be prepared for battle and also continue to work on the wall at the same time. Third, he set a watch against them day and night, according to Nehemiah 4, verse 9. Instead of cowering down and waiting for an attack, Nehemiah set watchmen on the walls and kept an eye on his enemies. Consequently, Nehemiah did not allow the opposition to get in the way of what God was doing in Jerusalem. When God begins to pierce the darkness and pour out his blessings in and through his people in revival, opposition from the enemy will likely arise. When that happened in Nehemiah's day, Nehemiah led God's people to pray. Don't you think we should do the same? To conclude our time, we have a couple of prayer prompts, and the first one is these. Father, keep me focused on you through prayer as I face opposition to revival. And Lord, may my church's first response be prayer when we face opposition.